He must have thought his car had more guts as he kept on tooting his horn. I'll show him that a Cadillac is not a car to scorn. Beep, 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 beep. His horn went beep, beep, beep. My car went into passing gear and we took off with dust. Soon we were doing 90, must have left him in the dust. When I peeked in the mirror of my car, I couldn't believe my eyes.
Well, there's one person in this room who knows that song. I'm guessing Mike Treadle, you're familiar with that little ditty?
I think I've heard that once or twice.
The little car went beep, beep. Yeah, these two were in the room here. They're looking at their watch like, oh, boy, we're going to have time for the interview now? Because playing the song, realize they were calling the show.
Well, you got to have the interest.
And do you have to own a massive vehicle to be part of the car company? Here's Dan and I. We have our little vehicles here. You guys pull up with these massive trucks that you're driving.
Oh, it's just a little old F-150. That's my rain vehicle.
So tell us about that. So the car show, obviously, this weekend, but it seems to get bigger and bigger. Does it start Friday night or Saturday? When does the car show actually
start? This is the 23rd annual Fizzler Memorial Turning Back Time Car Show presented by Autometer. But this year we have a couple of different things that are happening. Besides Ellie with the motorcycle show, we have Josh and Abby from Dirty Bird here with us tonight.
Oh, the Dirty Birdie.
Who are putting on the cruise night for their first time.
Well,
you take it away. Saturday night.
Take it away, Joe. Tall gentleman. Tell us about the cruise night. What's going on?
All right, so we have the cruise night. We're going to start registration for the cruise at 3 o'clock in city parking lots, city lot 1 and 2. The cruise will take off at about 5, and then...
So you got to register first, huh? Is that how it works? Okay.
Yep. So we'll have a registration tent down there, or they can pre-register, find it on our Facebook page.
Okay.
And then we'll have we have Dirty Bird Restaurant, so the whole street will be blocked off down there. We'll have a couple of bands and food trucks that'll start about 6.
Okay, and what path are you taking? What's the cruise?
So we're going to go out 64 towards Airport Road, turn right on Airport Road, go down to Bethany.
Okay.
Turn right again, and then we'll go down to
Reston Ponds.
Reston Ponds. We'll go around the Grand Victorian.
Oh, cool.
And then on to Salmonock, back up to Bethany, out to Peace Road, and then back to 64.
Now, when Mike was a kid, he would do that all night because he couldn't pick up any girls. How will it work? Now, is it just a one run, though, or are you going to make several runs? Be just a one run?
I think it'll be the one, right?
Oh, one for sure. But...
One for sure, right?
And tell us about that. So, other than signing up, do you have to have what's the definition of a cool car to be in the cruise? Is there a cutoff?
Anything, I think. You can have bikes, cars, trucks.
So it doesn't have to be a classic car then to do that?
No, we have a couple that are not classic cars that have signed up and registered.
So. Okay.
I think we have 100 years worth of cars. We
have 100 years worth of cars.
We have a 1924 and we've had a 2021. So almost 100 years worth
right
of cars.
there. Yeah, that's great. Okay.
Yep.
So Mike, now this used to be a part, then it went away for a while, or was always the...
Well, this was done by the Chamber of Commerce, the Sycamore Chamber of Commerce. Rose and her crew did it for 10 or 11 years. Unfortunately, I missed the last one in 2021 because that was my high school reunion year. Last year we didn't have it, and everybody missed it. There was a bunch of us went out and cruised anyway on Saturday night. Ended up at Ollie's, and of course we added to our waistlines a little bit there.
There you go.
Also a good sponsor of our show. And they'll be out there with you guys as well at the cruise night. So, we missed it, and the new team has been working hard to get somebody to pick it up because we don't have time to do it. And these guys stepped up, and it's going to be a really good promotional thing for the restaurant and a good way to give back to the town.
Hey, where will you be serving food?
So we'll have the restaurant. The restaurant will be open, and then there'll be Ollie's with Little O's food truck, and Damien with Big D's hot dogs will be down there too.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, that'll be nothing but a good time. That's right.
Yeah.
Now, I want to meet your other guests, too, but I kind of cheated here. I frequently ask questions about the show. We're quick. Let's just go through this. What time does the gate open?
The gate opens for cars this year, and this is one of the big changes. It's 7
you were concerned
o'clock.
About 7 o'clock, yeah.
7 o'clock. Let's get that out there. And I know we got a lot more listeners because Mike DeVito has put this all over Facebook.
Yes.
7 o'clock is when it opens. The outlots the holding lots that we have for the early birds are still the early birds as opposed to the dirty birds.
Get your bird straight. Yeah.
Exactly. Behind the jail, so behave yourselves, and the library. Those two lots are open for anybody that wants to come out here at 3 o'clock in the morning, like some of the fishermen do. But 7 o'clock is when the gate opens, and that's for the cars. For the motorcycles, it's on the opposite end of Elm Street, is at 9 o'clock. Yes.
Okay.
Because we like to sleep in a little bit.
Well, understandably so, and you're going to wake everybody up with the motorcycles, right? So tell us about the motorcycle registration. Is that different, or how do we do that?
It's registration. There was a pre-registration, which is now closed. So
Okay.
they will come at a different location, actually, than where the car shows they come in. Our staging is to get into the bike show is on California Street, and our gates open at 9. They can register right there. We have several classes that they can choose that they want to be in.
Okay. Give us an idea of a couple of classes for the motorcycles.
New this year is a woman-owned or built bike class.
Okay.
Which seems fitting because Midwest Women Riders is hosting the bike show, right?
Right. There you go.
So we have that. And then something that we implemented in this year is Kids' Choice. So we want the kids to come down, pick out their favorite bike that they think should be the number one bike, and there will be another award for that as well. And then there's touring class, there's special interest class, vintage, all different types, metric class, all types of classes. So we want to see everybody come down with their motorcycle, and it's a $20 registration fee, which is not a bad fee.
Yeah, that's nothing.
And
yeah.
I'd also like to mention that we're doing a little bit of a raffle at our tent, the Midwest Women Riders tent. We have a lot of really great gift cards and merchandise from area merchants that have donated.
Okay.
All of our raffle proceeds will go towards the Spartan Food Pantry in Sycamore this year.
Oh, very good. That's a great cause there.
If people want to come by, look at the bikes, and then buy a few raffle tickets, be great.
And when I was a kid, the Schwinn 5-speed with the banana seat, that was the bike to have. I can't wait to see what the kids pick for the motorcycle.
I know, and usually it's a pretty awesome one that they pick up. It's not what you would think, but
something
they pick
orange.
up some cool ones.
Something orange for some reason. Do you have any orange
The orange crate and the lemon
crate,
twist.
remember that? Boy,
Yeah.
that was the bike to have, boy, I'll tell you. We're going to talk to you some more about that, but also now, you can come early. It says if I come before 7 a.m., can I get in? But that's kind of a silly question.
That's where you go out and hang around behind the jail.
All right, is there a place for trailer parking? That's a good question.
There is. That Blackhawk Moving and Storage has, they always empty out their lot for trailer parking for us. Also, in the Autometer factory parking lot, there'll be a little bit of area where guys can park trailers as well.
But correct me if I'm wrong, I thought trailers are for horses, not for cars, right?
Well, some of us say that, but some of us that went to the racetrack knew better than to drive cars on slicks down to the track.
Okay,
So.
probably not a good idea. All right, so that's open, and do I have to wait in line if I'm prepaid? That's a good question.
If you are pre-entered, you use the left lane on Elm Street. Elm Street will be blocked off, so it's one way, and that's the way in. And so you would use the left lane as you come in, pull around, and on the left side, the guys there at the gate will have a list of everybody that's pre-entered. That includes me.
Okay.
In both events, by the way. And so you head over to the left lane. If you're not prepaid and pre-entered, then you go to the right lane, and that's where they'll take your money.
All right, very good. That's great. All right, so and real quickly, how is the show judged?
This is a participant voted car show. It's not judged. It's because we've talked.
Who
about
are we to
this.
judge? I know.
Yeah, well, that doesn't have anything.
Well, we had the mayor in here, Steve Brazier, the mayor of Sycamore. He will have an award that he will give, right?
Yes, there are some special awards that I guess you could say are judged. They're basically a pick.
Okay.
The mayor's pick, the Chuck Criswell family picks one, Fizz Erler's family picks one, so there's a Fizz pick, and then the Chuck's pick, and so on down the road. The best of show is the one that gets the most votes. Now, that also includes, we pass out some spectator ballots as well, so the spectators have a hand in determining who the top 100 and the top awards that aren't special picks are determined.
And what is the date for next year's show? That's the last question that was asked.
That's a good question. I think it's the 29th.
July 28th.
If it's the 28th.
July 28th of 2000.
It's a leap year. That's right.
You lose this point.
Yeah.
So tell us more about the bike show. Now, I bet it's been getting bigger and bigger every year. Have you getting more and more bikes every year?
we work very hard at trying to get the word out there, and so each year we get a few more bikes trickling. I have a feeling this year we're going to have a really good show as far as participants. And I also want to mention, too, that voting on our end is spectator voting, too.
Okay.
So we encourage everybody to come out and vote after our registration closes at noon. And then after the opening ceremonies, which is always a spectacular highlight for the event, after that, that's when our voting opens up for the bikes. Is it the same for you guys too, Mike?
It is right after the opening ceremonies and the national anthem and the flyover and all that. That's when Dave announces to come and get the ballots.
Oh, I didn't want to jinx the flyover. Are we having
Yeah.
a flyover? Are we going to be able to do
It
that?
sounds like we are, but you never know. It depends on the weather. And but they tell me that there's an airplane
Okay.
ready to go.
So tell us some more about the cruise night now. So this coming Friday night, right? And tell us again. We register there in the parking lot.
It's Saturday night.
Saturday night. I knew that. See, it was a trick question.
Yeah, so we'll have, on Elm Street, we'll have a registration tent, and then you can go to either parking lot.
So no judging there. Just how many chicks you can pick up.
We have 2 trophies that we're going to hand out.
Oh, you will? Okay. So
Yeah.
what are they for?
So one was, I forget what they are.
Best of show.
Best of show, and then we just got kind of a mascot in front of our restaurant. It's
Okay.
called Dirty Birdie.
All right.
So we got the Dirty Birdie choice pick.
Now, who's going to decide that?
I think we're gonna have people choose it.
Okay.
We have a bunch of volunteers and stuff, so, and we'll take votes from everybody else.
All right. Now, you know, our sister station, Q92.9, plays oldies there, so I'm hoping everybody will have their radios cranked up on Q92.9, right? Is that safe to assume that? Or?
Hopefully.
All right. I wanted to plant that thought in your head there.
Right.
And then tell us more about the women riders, because, you know, when I was a kid, you'd see a group of bikers go by, and a lot of times the girls would be on the back of the bike. And so now that has
Not
changed.
anymore.
Not anymore, right? We're not doing that anymore, right?
That's what we do. Midwest Women Riders is a community. We're not a club or a group. We inspire other women to do what we do, ride our own motorcycles. So with that in mind, this started for me in 2008. I was out riding, and I'm like, I keep seeing these women, but how do I connect with them? So that's where this community came into play. And then off of that, we've just grown into a non-for-profit now. In the
Okay.
event that not taken away from this event, but I do a large women's event in May that we raise money for charity too. But it's just snowballed into this wonderful thing where we do a community work, but yet we're out there supporting women who ride.
All right, and people that can't make it to the show, how can they help support you or learn more about you?
Midwest Women Riders, that's our website. They can find us on Facebook, Instagram. They can contact me if they need more direction.
All right.
Ellie Rains.
Okay. And Mike, what do we miss? What did we miss here about the big
I don't
show?
think we've missed a whole lot. Let's just reiterate one more time. The gate opens at 7 o'clock, not 6 and not 5:30.
Okay. Mike's against that, but he's going.
I've been trying to
he's
get
being
it
a
open
trooper.
at 8 for years, but
All right.
that's okay.
Yeah, so get there again, and all different types of automobiles, everything. You know, it's funny when you mentioned the 100 years of automobiles. That's really neat. What a concept to think about, that all the great cars that we've seen through the years.
You know, I had a guy contact us via the Facebook page asking why we didn't have an import class. Well, we don't have a class for anything. We have top 100 awards and whatnot, and I said, bring that car out. You know, there's imports are showing up here. You guys were talking about Subarus. There will be a couple of WRXs there, trust
Oh,
me.
see, that way he'll be excited. Our newsman will be excited that there'll be a Subaru
Yeah,
representation.
he's out here at the desk with a customer, but, you know, that's okay. And there'll be Grand Nationals, so get him out here so that he can take a look at some of the Grand Nationals.
All
that are
right,
out
quick
here.
car question now. Just 20 years does not make a car a classic, right? Or does it?
25.
Is it just the years, though, or it doesn't have to be a certain
Well,
type, or just an old, as opposed to a rust bucket?
Well, if somebody has a four-door Buick LeSabre from 1962, guess what? That's a classic car.
All right.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be a muscle car or a hot rod. We have a little bit of everything. We had an old Indy car here one year.
You never know what you're going to see, right?
Exactly. You never know. Flathead-powered Indy car that you just don't see them.
All right. Well, quickly out of time. Again, thanks you guys so much for coming by. They're always looking at their watch over there, so we have to get them out of here. I'm going to play a song so you can see how long the song lasts.
And as we always say, every year, be there.
What he said.
Listen to her tacking on now. Listen to
ain't job, really drive them wild. Come on and turn it on, wind it up, blow it out, GTO.
Yeah, you'll be seeing GTOs, all kinds of great cars in downtown Sycamore all weekend long there for the car show. Very warm and humid today, showers and storms possible after 10 o'clock. We're getting some more coming our way with a high around 88 tonight.